In the previous class, we had discussed about the various levels of management, and today we are going to discuss about the various functions of management which these levels have to carry out. So the first function of management is planning. So, planning is the function of determining in advance what is to be done and who is going to do it. This implies setting goals in advance and developing a way of achieving them efficiently and effectively. So, you know that planning is the first step or first function of the management. All the other functions are completely dependent on the way you plan the things out, and so planning is the first and the most effective function of management, which determines what is to be done and how the things are to be done and who is going to do things. So if the top level management is useful and is doing the planning process very accurately and properly, it will help the management or the organization to somewhat avoid the problems. But always remember that planning cannot prevent the problems for coming in, but it can predict them and prepare contingency plans to deal with them if and when they occur. So as I told you, with the help of planning will not say that you will not have the problem in your organization at all. No, it's not like that. You will definitely have certain situations which you might feel that it is difficult to deal with, but then if you have a proper planning of strategies, proper formulation of plans in your organization, then it will help you to prepare yourself to face those difficulties, to face those problems and challenges, and come through it. So planning is the first function of management. The second function of management is organizing. So first you have made your plans, you have set up your goals. Then the second thing what you are going to do is to assign the duties, grouping of tasks, establishing authority and allocating resources required to carry out specific plans. Once a specific plan is being established, then the organization functions. It examines or it analyzes that how much resource is required by each department, and then through the procedure of organizing, the resources are allocated to various departments for its maximum benefit. The term organizing also includes that it decides who will do a particular task, where it will be done, and when it will be done. So, through the procedure of organizing, you can determine that what activity will be undertaken by which department, which means what work is to be done, in which department is to be done, and what are the people who will be assigned to do all these work will be completely determined under the process or the function of organizing. And proper organizational techniques help in the accomplishment of work and promote both efficiency of operation and effectiveness of result. So if the organization of all the resources such as man, money, material, everything is done in a well defined and in a proper manner, it will promote efficiency in the working of the organization, and the results which will be given will also be very fruitful. The third function of management is staffing. In simple terms, staffing means finding the right person for the right job. The management should make sure that right people with the right qualification are available at the right place and times to accomplish the goals of the organization. This is also known as human resource function, and it involves certain activities like recruitment, selection, placement and training of personals. Personals means the people or the employees who are employed in your organization. So when you talk about the term staffing, it simply means that in order, see, once you have planned very nicely, you have organized and allocated the resources very nicely, you have decided that these things will be carried out in these departments, but who are the people who are going to do that is the process called staffing. And in this process or in this function of management, you actually determine that what kind of people do I need to perform this particular task, and they are done with all these procedures like recruitment, then selection, then they are placed, and after that they are given important training for their development also. So through the function of staffing, the other things like planning and organizing are also carried on with a smooth functioning, because you know that human resource is the most important function or the most important asset of the organization, and so staffing is equally important function because it determines that there has to be right amount of people at the right place and at the right time. And the next function of management is directing. Directing involves leading, influencing, and motivating employees to perform the task assigned to them. This requires establishing an environment that encourages the employees to do the best. So here by directing we mean that the organization should motivate and encourage their employees in order to give their full working efficiency, in order to give their 100% output, in order to get the work done by the management. Motivation and leadership are two most important components of direction. It involves communicating effectively as well as supervising employees at work. So all the information should be communicated in a well-defined channel. Not only that, the supervisors should ensure that the employees are working according to the condition of the organization. Motivating workers means simply creating an environment that makes them want to work. Leadership is influencing others to do what the leader wants them to do. A good manager directs through praises and criticism in such a way that it brings out the best in the employees. So here it is said that two important aspect of directing is motivating and leadership. When you say about motivation, when you talk about motivation, it simply means that you are creating a willness in the minds of the people so that they work for you. And through leadership you are actually influencing the people, convincing the people to do the work what you actually want them to do. So these are the two essence of directing. And if a manager is capable enough, is smart and good enough, then if a worker does a work efficiently, he will reward him, he will praise him. And if he is not working properly, he will give equal criticisms and judgments, so that next time the worker improves his performance and doesn't repeat the same mistake again. The next function of management is controlling. Controlling means that it is the function of monitoring organizational performance towards the attainments of organizational goals. You know that there are various functions which are undertaken in the management. All these functions have to be properly controlled, correlated, and coordinated in a well defined manner. The term the task of controlling involves establishing standards of performance, measuring the current performance, comparing with the established standards, and taking corrective actions where there are any deviations found. So through the process of controlling, what you're doing is actually you're comparing the standards which you have set and the standards which you have attained, which means I am standing here but I want to be there in the future. So when the task is completely done, what do you do under controlling is that you compare that I wanted to grow till this percentage. Am I able to grow till there, or I am still standing in between? And if there is any deviation, if there is any lacking, what is the reason of that lacking? And then what are the corrective measures which can be taken in order to correct them and not to repeat those mistakes again? All these things come under controlling. Here, management must determine what activities and outputs are critical to success, how and where they can be measured, and who should have the authority to take corrective action. So, when we talk about controlling, we actually compare what we have achieved and what actually we wanted to achieve, and also we take the corrective measures to improve those deviations. So, these were the various functions of the various functions of management. And when we study above these things, we come to know that The manager, he first plans the things, then he organizes the things, and then he places the staff in the required position, then he directs, and then finally there is the controlling process of evaluating the performance. And if all these functions are carried out smoothly and effectively, you can say that all these functions are carried out in the best possible manner in your organization. So, in today's class, we have discussed the various functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling.